What's up, guys? Welcome to G Whiskey. I'm Jeff. This is a channel where I offer my thoughts and opinions on a specific whiskey, and every once in a while throw in other whiskey related content. Today I've got a list I'm building off of a video I did a couple of weeks back where I talked about 7 whiskeys that I really want to try in 2024, and I've got 10 more for you today. So it should be fun. Stick around. All right, so 10 more whiskeys that I want to try in 2024. As I said, this is building off of a video I did a couple weeks back, and I'm sure at some point down the line I'll do another follow-up because, as any whiskey enthusiast knows, it never ends. There's always more. Whiskey, of course, is an endless rabbit hole of expenses. It is a perpetual nosedive into flavor chasing, collecting, and a ceaseless pattern of squandering money, time, and liver resources in order to find the elusive and ultimately unattainable perfect bottle of whiskey that will somehow satisfy you and put an end to your quest. Super fun hobby though. Now, some of these are bottles that I neglected to put on the last list because I didn't think of them at the time. Some of them are bottles that I only just learned about in the last couple of weeks, and others are just others I want to try. Just like the last video, there's really no criteria here, so some of these might have been out for a good while, some of them might be new or recent releases, and some of the stuff here might not even be released yet at all. It doesn't matter. I want them. As usual, I do have a mystery port in my glass. Your hint for today is that this is from a Highland distillery, and that Highland distillery has a 10-year-old that is one of my favorite go-to budget whiskeys. It's a beautiful whiskey. This one is 2.5 times the age, so it's very fancy. It's something I've wanted to try for a long time, and I can finally try it now. So that's nice. And I guess that's all we need for the intro, so let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into our list. In the meantime, if you'll kindly leave a like down below, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, so number 10 was going to be an honorable mention, but then that would just leave me with 9 whiskeys, and 9 doesn't look good on a list, so we can't have that. Number 10 is Wiser's 42. This is a Canadian whiskey, and it's something that I would definitely like to try. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it, though. Now, it's obviously not sold in my market here in Taiwan, but I could order it and send it to my mom's place and pick it up next time I go back to Canada. That is an option, but I don't know yet. This is not a cheap whiskey, and of course it wouldn't be. And to be fair, if it was a Scotch, it would be who knows how many times more expensive. This is a 42-year-old. It comes in at 52%, so it is very intriguing. Wiser's put out a 23-year-old cask strength a few years back that I loved. They put out a 30-year-old that I loved. So this one could be excellent, and I don't know yet. I might pick it up, but for now it comes in at number 10 on the list. Wiser's 42. All right, number 9 is one that I did not know about until very recently. Apparently it's been around for a while, but I just didn't know. I've never seen it. I have no idea where to find it. This one is the Bruichladdich Classic Laddie Sherry Cask Edition. Apparently this one is a travel retail exclusive, bourbon matured, sherry finished, 50%. I learned about it through a guy posting it on a Facebook group, and in that post he said it was pretty good, so there's that. Very little info about this one online. It's tough to find anything about this one, but it's definitely something I want to try. I love the Classic Laddie, so this has me intrigued. Comes in at number 9. Number 8 is a 9-year-old Glen, Scotia. This one is the 2024 release for the Campbelltown Malts Festival. The 2023 release was my favorite that they've done so far. I thought it was excellent. This one doesn't really have much in common with that. Totally different casks, but still want to try it. Basically, the last 2 releases prior to this one worked really well for me. 2022, 2023, both were very good. Those were both peated releases. Now this one is unpeated, but I just want to see if they can keep that trend of deliciousness going. This one is first fill bourbon matured with a Fino sherry finish, which could go either way, but it's still something that I'm curious about. So coming in at number 8, we have Glen, Scotia 9-year-old unpeated Fino sherry finish is what it's called. Number 7 is the Isle of Harris. It's their inaugural release. This one is bourbon, Oloroso, and Fino matured. Comes in at 46%, and a lot of people say it's very good. This stuff is their first release, although according to Whiskey Base, it comes out in batches, but I don't think those batches are listed on the packaging. Either way, it's definitely one I want to try. Unfortunately, it's quite overpriced here in Taiwan. I remember I was in Japan last year and I saw it there for about a third of the price of what they're asking for it here. So I might just have to wait for my next trip back there to grab one, but it is one that I'm very curious about trying. So it comes in at number 7, Isle of Harris. At number 6, we've got the 2024 Laphroaig Cairdeas. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed the 2023 release. In fact, I would say it's the best Cairdeas that I've tried so far. Not that I've tried a lot of them, but that was the first release under their new master blender, Barry McCaffer, and I just want to see what he follows that up with. This one's kind of interesting. It's a 10-year-old and it's been matured in casks from previous Cairdeas releases. So we've got casks from the 2019 Triple Wood and from the 2021 PX cask. It comes in at 52.4%. And yeah, I think it's kind of a cool idea. Now, unfortunately, this one's not sold in my market, but luckily for me, I'm very popular. I have a lot of friends and they all think I'm super cool, and sometimes they fly in to see me. So it is not impossible that I do get to try this one this year, and I definitely like to. So it comes in at number 6, the 2024 Laphroaig Cairdeas. Coming in at number 5, we've got the new Ardnamurchan release. This one is called the Miji. This one has been matured in bourbon, sherry, sauternes, and Madeira casks. It comes in at 48%, and a lot of people are saying it is quite good. Unfortunately, this is a UK exclusive though. But once again, as I just said, I'm very popular. I have loads of friends, international friends. They all love me. They're always like, oh, Jeff, you're so cool. So it is possible that at some point someone comes over and brings me a bottle. If they do that, that would certainly be much appreciated. For now, I can hope and I can wish. Comes in at number 5, Ardnamurchan Miji. The Miji. Number 4 is a recent release. It came out earlier this year. This one is the Kilchoman Batch Strength. This comes in at a whopping 57%. It's been matured in recharred red wine casks, Oloroso sherry butts, and bourbon barrels. This one is getting very good reviews, and it would. Kilchoman makes a hell of a whiskey. It's got a high ABV, so I can't really imagine this one not hitting the mark. I don't know if or when this will make it to my market, but if I ever do come across it, definitely one I'll be picking up. Comes in at number 4, Kilchoman Batch Strength. At number 3, we've got a whiskey that I very much want to try, but probably will not buy. And that rhymes. Oh my. Check out this guy. This one is the Bunnahabhain 21 Cask Strength. Now, I don't know how much this is going to cost, but I'm just assuming that it'll be well outside my budget. Now, keep in mind that this is a rumor. This has not been formally released yet, so take it with a grain of salt. But if this label is to be believed, and I don't know about you guys, but I believe everything I see on the internet, but if it's to be believed, then in 2024, we will not be getting a 12-year-old cask strength, and instead they'll be swapping that out for a 21-year-old cask strength. Apparently this one will be finished in PX casks. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it'll probably be very good. Bunnahabhain makes excellent whiskey, especially their older stuff. The issue will just come down to price. Again, I don't know how much this will cost, but probably very expensive, so at the very least, I'm hoping I can try it at a bar or something. Obviously, very curious about it. Comes in at number 3, Bunnahabhain 21 Cask Strength. Number 2 is another whiskey that I'm not likely to buy a full bottle of, even though I am desperate to try it. Once again, that's a price issue. This one is the Longrow 18 Cask Strength. This one dropped earlier this year in 2024. It's set to be an annual release, and currently it sits at 220 pounds online. Now, yes, this is an 18-year-old at cask strength from one of my favorite distilleries, but that is a lot of cheddar cheese. Will I dish out for this one? Probably not, but I can hope and I can wish. I don't love the premium direction that this brand has taken over the last, I'd say, year, but I would be lying if I said I didn't love their whiskey, especially the 18-year-old Secret Space Side release. I think that's a beauty, and hopefully I can, again, at least sample this one at some point. Comes in at number 2, Longrow 18 Cask Strength. All right, so I got quite bold with my number 1 choice, and that's because this bottle has not been released yet. It has not been confirmed yet. It is a rumor based on what appears to be a label patent. So if there's anything smaller than a grain of salt, there is, take it with that. But if the rumors that are swirling around on the internet are to be believed, then this year we might be getting a new Glenmorangie Signet called the Signet Reserve. This one will be 46%, and that's about all we know. I don't know the details, I don't know the cask breakdown, and I don't know how it'll differ from the original, or if it'll even exist. I absolutely love the original Signet. I think it's one of the best things Glenmorangie's ever put out, so any variation on that would definitely be something I want to try. So it comes in at number 1, even though it is just a rumor. Remember, it's just a rumor. But yeah, it comes in as my number 1, Glenmorangie Signet. Okay, so that was the list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep in mind, it's my subjective list, and I want to hear from you. So what are some bottles that you're looking forward to trying this year or trying in the future? Because, as I said at the start of the video, there's always more. Finally, if you stuck around to find out what my mystery pour in the glass is here, earlier I gave you a hint. I said that their 10-year-old is one of my favorite budget Highland pours and that this one was 25 years old. What I've got in the glass is Glencairdeas 25. Now this is a very extravagant and beautiful whiskey. How beautiful is it? Well, I'm not telling you that yet because I will be reviewing this at some point down the line. Today, it's just here to make me look fancy. And now that I've shown off and established that I am indeed a fancy person, we can end the video. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to help out with the channel, I've got both Patreon and PayPal listed down below. Finally, also down below, you can let me know what bottles you want to see reviewed down the line, and I will keep that in mind for my upcoming videos. Bye, guys.